name is Paolo, Ricci, I'm Managing Director of Terminologia. My presentation will refer this morning mainly to PV industry and the market evolution in Europe and in the global world. I will focus particularly to photovoltaic technology, which has been the business sector in which Terminologia specifically operated in the very recent past years, and will continue to operate in the next future, as you can see from our new industrial plan. Well, the state of the art of PV technology. Solar photovoltaic technology began in 2012, following remarkable growth in the past decade, major and mainstream source of electricity. The photovoltaic achieved just over 102 gigawatts, very impressive installed electrical power in a decade. Just to give you an idea, the yearly production of this type 100 gigawatts of photovoltaic is equivalent to a yearly production of 16 coal plants or 16 nuclear plants, each of 1 megawatt each. That's a very impressive quantity of energy produced through photovoltaic technology. Major findings in 2012. Around the world, 31.1 gigawatts of system power were installed in this year. 17.2 gigawatts of photovoltaic capacity were connected to the grid in Europe. Germany was the top market for the year with 7.6 gigawatts of newly connected systems, followed by China with 5 gigawatts, Italy 3.54 gigawatts, USA and Japan. Photovoltaic markets in the world realized rapid progress in 2012 toward competitiveness in the electricity sector. Strong price decreases in PV technology, while we assist a very big increase of price of electricity produced by conventional means. PV in 2012 was the number one electricity source in the European Union in terms of newly installed capacity. 2.6% of electricity demand and 5.2% of the peak electricity demand in Europe. A new world assessment of photovoltaic market. The Europe leading role in the PV market is coming, starting from 2012 to the end. Europe's account of the world new photovoltaic installation decreases from 74% in 2011 to 55% in 2012. In 2013, it is almost certain that the majority of the new photovoltaic capacity in the world will be installed outside of Europe. PV market is becoming truly global. Just a short overview of historical market development on the world. The world cumulative installed capacity increased from 24 gigawatts in 2009 to 40.7 gigawatts in 2010 and 71 in 2011. Very rapid increase. And finally, in 2012, more than 100 gigawatts of PV are installed. What is the sharing of this quantity between Europe and the remaining countries of the world? Europe's market has progressed rapidly over the past decade. Annual market has been moved from 1 gigawatt in 2003 to 22.4 gigawatts in 2011. After went down, this is the first time it is growing, went down up to 17.2 gigawatts in 2012. Regionally, Europe is followed by Asia Pacific region. Third leading region is North America. Elsewhere, the Middle East and North Africa region represent untapped potential for the medium term. Photovoltaic also shows great potential in South America and Africa. What we can see was a remarkable energy evolution in Europe. Year 2012 showed, as I said, the first PV market decline in Europe since 2000. Overall, the future European market is uncertain for coming years. The drastic decrease of some FIT programs is the program of incentivization by the different countries, will push some markets down in 2013, even though a few emerging markets in Europe could afford any major decline. The baseline scenario elaborated by EPIA envisaged 4% of electricity demand in Europe provided by photovoltaic technology in 2020. This represents about 130 gigawatts, that is exactly the double that we have now. In 2030, PV could represent up to 10% of the capacity demand. This means that even if there is a slowly growing, but the growing will be continued also in Europe, taking into account the balance with some new emerging countries, mainly in the Central Europe. The PV global market in 2012 and forecast until 2020. Europe has dominated the global PV market for years, but the rest of the world clearly has the biggest potentiality of growth. The rest was highlighted by the market development that saw that the percentage of photovoltaic installed in Europe decreased from 74 to 55 in 2012. The fastest PV growth is expected to continue in China and India, followed by Southeast Asia, Latin America, and many countries. The potential of some belt countries can range from 60 to 250 gigawatts by 2020, and from 160 up to 1 million gigawatts in 2030. A new installation of a P system in the rest of the world accounted for 13.9 gigawatts in 2012 compared to 80 gigawatts in 2011 and 3 gigawatts in 2010. Japan, with 2 gigawatts, and Australia, 1 gigawatt, expanded rapidly. But new countries as Korea, Thailand, Malaysia, and Peru appears in the photovoltaic market. Outside Europe, the market is well balanced. 3 countries with a huge potential lead, that is, followed by an emerging secondary market, 3 main actors and the remaining secondary market. It is important to note that China claimed to third place in terms of total installed capacity in 2012, ahead of the USA and Japan, 2 of the pioneers in the photovoltaic development. The share of photovoltaic installation outside Europe can only increase, and so Europe represents less than half of the global PV market in 2013. market evolution for the next 5 years will depend mainly on what will happen in Europe and the ability of the policymakers to maintain market conditions at acceptable level. In the policy-driven scenario, the European market would stabilize around 16-17 gigawatts in 2013 before growing slowly again around 25-28 gigawatts in 5 years from now. In that case, the global market could top more than 84 gigawatts in 2017, with respect to 31 gigawatts today. The cumulative global capacity could be reached 200 gigawatts between 2014 and 2016 on the business as usual scenario, while in the policy-driven scenario could be reached more than 400 gigawatts. Future prospects for market development. The development of photovoltaic technology was estimated according to two sets of drivers: the attractiveness of photovoltaic technology for the country and the attractiveness of the country for investors. While the second driver can change rapidly, as you know, and you assist in the reason here to these dynamics. I mean, while the second driver can change rapidly, the panorama of photovoltaic development in the different countries is very variable. Since 2010, the following markets have indeed experienced a photovoltaic market development: China, Australia, India, Israel. Several others are expected to grow fast in 2013 and 14, as Mexico, South Africa, Chile, and Brazil. Well, according to the above mentioned PV global market evolution, Energia, after succeeding in performing the plants in Italy for about 300 megawatts in the year 2006-2011, decided to move abroad in Europe, realized PV plants in Greece and Romania, and now intend to reinforce its internationalization strategy, looking at new opportunities arising out on emerging countries in the world, as South Africa. In this country, we are really actually constructing a plant of 10 megawatts in Appleton Airport. I mean South Africa, I mean South America, in the countries as Chile and Peru, and in other countries in Central Europe, as Ukraine, and other countries in the same area. And finally, I will finish my presentation with a short mention to between the renewable energy, the energy that should be produced by marginal resources. I talk about the bioenergy, or which is expected for the next time growing at an average rate of 3.3 per year, and the demand for bioenergy will be more than doubled in terms of sales of oil to middle oil saving. We expected to have for 2020 in Europe 16,000 plants in operation for a capacity of 6 gigawatts. The industrial sector is the largest bioenergy consumer in 2010 at 196 million tons of oil equivalent, increasing to over 300 million tons of oil equivalent in 2035. Thank you very much for your attention.